Oh. Journey to the center of the earth with plants. Broop, 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 broop.
Hang on, Jace. I'm on my way.
You can do it. Yes, you can. Stream died. Returned. Okay, cool. Don't forget to refresh if you need to. I thought it was me. I don't know. It didn't die on my side, but that doesn't mean it didn't die. Twitch has been weird lately. It does say everybody was gone. It says 0 viewers.
Flora, Brock! I told you that I'd protect my master, and here we are.
Yes, soon. So glad to see you both. But we must hurry.
Dang, that fish lady's still hot. That is, very interesting, Gear. I won't lie, I always thought the good guys' cars were incredibly cool. Had this Moon Rover look to it I liked. Yeah. I mean, that's totally what they were looking at. Come on. Through, through.
Let's get back to the barge.
We can do it. Yes, we can. Oh no, we're having a problem. Who would have thought?
Come on.
Oh no. It's been an age and a half, but I remember a big reason this cartoon was made was to try and cash in the science fiction craze made by Star Wars. Well, I'm not 100% sure that was totally it. I think that was definitely part of it. I think it was very inspired by Star Wars. Um, but finding out that the guy went from doing this to them creating and producing Babylon 5, I think he was just, pardon me, playing with the whole idea. And it's really neat to see um it's funny to see where they've clearly ripped off Star Wars, the OG Star Wars, episode 4. But it's also really cool to see like where it was his own, you know? I think it's neat. And honestly, everything was a lot more spacey until the Challenger. And they kind of backed off of a lot of it at that point. Not everybody, but space was cool. Everybody wanted to be part of it. Ugh.
My vases?
No. Poor guy. Now I have to stay with you longer.
Showed old Sawboss a thing or two. Out of the way, Brock.
Where are you poking that fish? And where are you poking that robot boy? Woo!
My father's
Good
message.
Midas.
Can you
Yes.
decipher it?
God Midas. Midas God touched.
It was heading, but I'm afraid it's an old message. But if he's still where he indicates, we may yet find him.
Listen, Gillian, if you're finished with the
golden vase of junk. The kid here promised it to me.
Of course, Herc. You more than earned it.
Here you go.
Hey, this thing's lead. What happened?
In order to get the message from Audric, I had to use the process of molecular transference.
Molecular transference. It's downright fraud.
Don't give up hope, Herc. Gillian turned lead into gold, and it turned back into lead. Maybe the lead vase of Jung will turn back into gold.
All right. Next time. That was such an ongoing joke. All right. Let's let it go to the next one just so I can find it again. Canada TV. Nope, it fell off of the list. Whatever. Alright, this old crack house. Welcome. What we can do, this old house, so crack house, we can do Goo Goo with Gordon Ramsay, or we can do Goo Goo eating an alligator. The Wagyu of the Swamp. And then you have a whole alligator being cooked, and you have Goo Goo with Gordon Ramsay, several episodes. And you have this old crack house where he's renovating an old crack house. We're on episode 3 of that one. They're like 15-minute episodes mostly. Any preferences, especially Mr. Kinney, who hates what I put on unless it has a hot fish girl, because he's a fish guy, although he might want a fish girl who looks like she's over 18, but who knows? I'm not sure that matters for fish. I'm not sure they live that long. Don't ask me why, but apparently gator tastes like chicken, although a lot of things taste like... They always say it tastes like chicken if they don't know what it tastes like. It's not exactly like chicken. It's, yeah. We can do that. Let's see.
Today, I'm cooking something I've only seen in my nightmares.
All right. So this is, I guess, wait, is this his video and not Guga's? Ah, he's still fun. They're both in
Not
it.
only that, you can't just roll up and acquire a whole alligator. We're gonna try and catch one. Then
I was going to say any puddle in Florida. There you go. Ah. All right. I know around Milton. Oh yeah, I don't think they sell gator meat by the ounce, do they? If you know where to go, you can buy gator. And we usually sell things by the pound. I mean, it would technically be by the ounce, but the price would be per pound. So, like, let's say you get 15 ounces, it would still be but a per pound price. So it'd be taking 16 into account. They do sell everything. Yeah. We have an official gator hunting season. We have gator farms that are allowed. So then you have to specify whether you want wild caught or regular. And then there's always people who quietly take a nuisance gator and process it themselves. And they don't advertise that. And they don't openly sell it. But they might trade it for, say, some venison or something.
who better to help than my man, Googa?
But they're not going to brag about that on a YouTube video if they're smart. It's decent meat.
Lizard, snake, you've done all these crazy things. How do you think I'm gonna do with this?
Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. It is impossible to make it taste good. Tastes like chicken, fish. It's also extremely...
That's what I was going to say. I feel like it's more fishy a little bit. All 3 of my kiddos love gator.
tough.
Fried
I don't know if you're gonna be able to
especially.
do it, Josh.
Today we're gonna change that. We're gonna make a meal that's completely unforgettable, one that will live in your brain forever.
Well, if you do that, you
But it's super lean. So you can go so wrong on it so fast. It's really treated well though with like frying it. Like gator tail bites are super popular.
definitely gonna impress me. So I'll tell you one thing.
I don't
good
like
luck,
fried
brother.
food
You're
as
gonna eat
much,
it.
but that's how most people like it.
This isn't Florida. Well, today is our last upload. Well, not forever. Look, I got my wedding coming up. Everyone's telling me, oh, Josh, you gotta take a break. Well, I'm taking one. Just 2 weeks. That's why we're leaving you with arguably one of our coolest videos we've done. But when we come back, I've got something real special for you. So, I know there's nothing here, but there's a lot coming. Trust me. Now back to the video.
The day started off meeting our gator expert, Rob. Guga explained that he'd introduce us to gators.
I mean, gators usually eat fish, so it's got to be fishy in it, and it's mostly muscle, so it's got to be a tough bite, I'm sure. It is tough. It is lean. They eat everything. Like everything. Everything is meat to them. Fish, snakes, birds, dogs, cats. If they can get their mouth on it, they're going to eat it. And that includes things that are not meat. They will eat license plates. They have found some weird stuff, I tell you what, in gators. Kind of like sharks. Because they're on like the lake bottoms a lot. But they obviously come up for air. They, yeah.
By pushing us off the deep end. Supposedly they already caught a gator that's a nuisance gator, which poses a dangerous threat to the community. I had no idea what to expect.
I don't know why they're trying to.
He doesn't understand a nuisance gator. We just had another nuisance gator eat a person recently in the news in Florida. I don't know where, but it hits the news every couple months. It happens. People walking their dogs, or they've been feeding the gators chickens. Oh yeah, yeah. Anything small. They're especially elderly people will forget that because you get used to them being everywhere, right? And they'll forget that they still need to be careful, and they'll find like the top or bottom half of in particular, you got the elderly people that are still fit enough to be like walking around, and the gator would have been attracted to their pet and thought, oh, this is even better meat. Boop. And they do. They just, yeah. Yep. Yep. They don't go for people as a primary source. They just, pardon me, they don't care. They'll eat anything. Anything.
Scare me so much. I'm limbered up right now. You know, you always limber up.
You look like you're built different.
All right, we're here with Rob and Guga. Rob, what's going on here?
Yeah, can you tell Josh is a little bit nervous?
Yeah,
You're
I
ready.
saw him over there like touch his toes,
Yeah.
touch his
But
toes.
yeah.
I ain't gonna help you.
This is a good friend of mine, Robert Lilly. Last night, he caught a really big alligator. We've had alligators move all over the place. So the gator that's in here right now, come here, I want to show you something. I just want to say this before we get started.
Yeah, that's how they're getting away with it, because they're with FWC Conservation. Well, I doubt I will ever find one, but I will keep the head on a swivel for that. Like I said, around Milton, it was one of the storms right before, right after. It wasn't actually Milton. It displaced. There was so much water. Probably between, because it would have been between Helene and Milton. Hurricane, sorry. And because of all the flooding, a lot of the gators were displaced. And I say a couple roads over. I mean, it was probably 5 to 7 miles away. I was talking to somebody, and they were having to figure out how to deal with the fact that a 12-foot bull gator moved into a puddle where the road got washed out in front of their property, and they couldn't drive through the stupid gator because there's rules, but they didn't want to get in trouble for killing it, but they also didn't want to because they had a lot of cattle and stuff. They'd have been caught, and Yeah, they had to call FWC and wait for them to come and relocate it. No one would come right back, and the whole thing. They couldn't leave their whole property until that happened because that was the only way off the property. It was a whole thing. But it was just hanging out right at the end of their driveway.
We're dealing with is very, very serious. You know, when you're watching Animal Planet and guys are like in there with alligators and they're like,
I've never seen that before.
You're dealing with UFC alligators today.
The deal is their jaws. You want those jaws closed. The end.
These alligators, they're gonna do the super fly snookle with you, brother.
Oh.
But alligators in enclosures, they know that, hey, this person is gonna bring me food. I don't have to kill them. These alligators will, in fact, bite you. Whatever it bites, it owns. So if it grabs your hand, consider you don't have that hand anymore.
Yep.
It will bite it, break it, roll it right off of your body.
This is locked.
I do hear gators can reach a ton and get real big, so yeah, not toys, that's for sure. Yeah, they don't tend to get that big anymore. But they never stop growing, I guess. So yeah, it's a thing. But there are places you can go and see skins from monster gators. And I'm sure they're still around. It's just the really big ones don't, they got big because they don't advertise themselves, you know? Anything up to about, I mean, they can get you, but I wouldn't worry about anything up till it's about 6+ feet. Just stay away from the tail and the sharpie bits. You're fine. And pay attention if it's hissing. Don't act scared, then you're prey. The worst gator is the one you don't see. Yeah, that I wonder about. I saw somebody, but it's all sharp bits. Teeth in the tail. That's what you care about. If those teeth get you, if that jaw can clamp down on something, it'll roll. Even if it's not in water, you're in trouble.
Deal locks. Oh, hell nah. Oh,
no. You hear that hissing? That's what you don't want to hear. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I like how he's not wearing shoes or socks.
Yeah. Well, because he wants traction.
Oh, good. Yeah, it's
I'm so excited for you.
Why are you so excited? This is
Because I
horrifying.
got to watch it, baby. I don't have to do anything. I'm going to be on the back.
Rob then decided to show us gator safety by pulling a gator out of a truck that it was already in.
Whose front yard is this?
Welcome to Florida. Come feel
Yeah.
that. Just right here.
Don't be scared.
That was messed up, man.
This is a spot to be right here.
Yeah, you see that tail? Oh my gosh, dude, acting like that, you're gonna freak it out. And then it will be aggressive. It's already aggressive. It's already ticked off. That is one mad gator.
Here.
What do you mean I'm in the front?
Pick him up and put him in
Oh
that
my
truck.
God.
Push.
All right.
Wow. You haven't gotten dirty yet, but now we're gonna go ahead and kick it off, you know, and this was your amuse-bouche.
Oh, great.
Next comes the appetizer.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
Good job, brother. I ain't getting.
I will say our deer meat is, our deer are smaller than the rest of the country. They do better further up north where there's more cold weather. They're still kind of respectable, but they usually kind of top off right before 80 pounds.
There you get away from me. I am staying clean, baby. I ain't getting dirty today. Oh, hell no.
Speaking of appetizers, I needed a real taste of gator before I cook it for the first time. So Rob took us to his favorite gator spot to try some classics.
Anytime you come to the South, if you're eating alligator, you're eating alligator bites. Deep fried with a sauce.
Yep.
Is this your first time, Josh?
It's my first time. There's not that much going on. It's not like good or bad. It's got a similar texture to chicken, a little bit chewier. It's very dense. So what I'll say is this. It's kind of like a blank canvas. Whatever you put in this, I feel like it's naturally just going to take hold of whatever that is.
It can.
Alligator takes what you give it. Second, we have a scampi. You've got alligator instead of shrimp.
I'm excited.
I mean, deer need space to grow. Florida's mostly mangroves and tightly packed woods. I think we got everything. We're mostly water. That's the problem. Swamps, lakes, ponds, rivers, creeks. sinkholes, springs, oceans. So, I mean, you're not going to throw a stick and not hit some kind of wetlands typically. And the deer do well here. They have a lot of scrub and they're good foragers, but they have to be able to outrun whatever's coming for them. So they are, I think it's like a goldfish in a bowl. Their territories, they just don't get as big typically. Now, some people skew it. That's not legal, but they help fatten up the local deer population. But that's generally frowned on. Most people don't think that tastes good.
Never had that before. I had the gator bites, but not this.
It's really not bad. Completely different than any other protein that I've had before.
It's not like chicken. It's not like fish. It's very unique.
It's like if you took a more textural, finely ground beef, meatloaf it, combine that texture with like a really firm steak, and the flavor is chicken.
Next we have alligator.
He wants to treat it like hog. It sounds like wild hog, but the texture's off for that. It's not going to cook the same.
Jambalaya.
How do I look?
Mangroves are mostly, yeah, I mean, we've got them, but they're mostly in the southern part of the state, down near the Everglades, and then, but we have probably got trees you would consider mangroves throughout the state, and we've got our banyans, and we've got our, yeah. Yep. Lots of trees with knees. That's what we got. Lots of trees with knees. Oh my gosh, try mowing the yard and you accidentally clip the top of a knee. Just be careful it doesn't shoot back and cut your neck or something.
You look beautiful.
You know, the only biggest difference for me is like Joshua. Damn, bro, I missed my flower, man. It's springy.
The jambalaya tastes like the jambalaya.
Next up, we've got a po' boy.
All right, let's see what we got going on here.
Brad makes everything better, everybody.
At the end of the day, it turns it into a real meal. It's not quite scampy. It's not like this obscure thing like nuggets or a bite. It's a sandwich. It's crunchy. It's crispy. It's got sauce on it. It's a whole experience. And because the alligator is so mild, like you said, it's going to take on the flavor of the breading, the flavor of the sauce. This is like the perfect finisher for all this. I know what I need to do.
Honestly, at this point, I thought I was just going to be cooking with some gator.
You're on Googa. Yes, I saw. You think that? Nah. You're gonna have the whole thing. Anyway, no, like up along like the border with Georgia, Alabama and stuff, you're gonna have more maybe scrub kind of forest with pine trees and stuff. But yeah. We also have a lot of palm trees.
Rob showed us earlier, but then he told me,
You got to get your own.
oh man. So we hit the road. It was time for the hunt.
This is the weather you want to go alligator hunting.
Yeah,
Yep.
right. Again, we're on the hunt
Yes!
for nuisance gators. Rob told me that these gators trespass onto properties, people's homes, and pose a real threat to the community.
And a
Yep.
big alligator that gets close to people, that's a dangerous alligator.
They can eat small dogs, kids, and even full-size adults. Local
Yep.
people call in experts like Rob, and today we've come along to see how he does it.
Catching a gator, baby. We're catching a gator.
I quickly learned that gator hunting was a game of patience. If a gator
They're not gonna let him hunt in a pool. Those are the easier ones because they're already in an enclosure.
gets the slightest bit tipped off, they sink back down.
This is an opinion of the size of a world, but I've never been big on sauces for dishes. A dish gotta have flavor by itself. If it needs sauces, it's not that good. Again, this is me having opinions. I agree. I 100% agree. There used to be a place, and the chef moved on like 10 years ago, so I'm not giving anything away. I don't know where he is. He's probably still doing this somewhere. But he would do this platter of sushi that I could never decide whether it was better with the gochujang style sauce that went across the top or without. And I would go back and forth because it was so good both ways. And then when he left, they didn't know how to make it so perfect. And it got weird and I stopped going there. But I agree. It should be able to stand up on its own. If the sauce enhances it and makes it nice, awesome possum pudding pie. But if it has to have the sauce, I don't know. Now here's my exception to that. If I'm doing a marinated thing like bulgogi or something, or like if you're doing birria or something like that, you're going to want that marinade. The sauce is the marinade. You're not going to have it without that. But it's not like you have to dip it into a sauce for flavor. That's just a wet, spicy way to cook it. So in that case, I'm okay with it.
For hours, and you miss your shot. And after about an hour of waiting, our gator vanished.
Yeah, the gator was scared, so we have to go find another one.
You rather lose an arm or a leg, huh?
I'm not gonna go see this alligator and
Anjo.
talk about this right now, okay? I'll tell you afterwards.
Mr. I taste green.
It's way better than an arm.
On to the next location.
All right, Josh. This gator's about 7.5 to 8 feet long. That's a really dangerous alligator. Robert's gonna play a call. We're gonna try to get that gator as close as possible so we can get a hook in.
What the hell am I doing with this?
Got this, Josh. I believe in you.
Come on.
Is that him right there?
Yeah, that's him. Holy moly.
We take one camera, 2 rods, and me and you.
I'm going to be honest. I'm not sure I've ever seen anybody hunt gator with a rod. I can see doing it. I get it. I've seen videos where they hunt caiman that way. Maybe that's just a method they're using in that area. Or maybe it's for YouTube.
Go get this gator.
Jesus. I brought
That's some heavy line, though.
flip-flops. Whatever people said about Florida, they're wrong. Everybody here's...
You can fish anything. It just needs the right skill and mandus. Which is why I started out the channel doing that Rivers show on and off. But people weren't as keen. They're like, why are you looking at this show? But I love that show. Monster Hunters. Or whatever it was. River Monsters. That's it. River Monsters. Monster Hunters is a very different show.
It's really nice. Just let us walk up on them on the backyard. And they're like, hey, the alligator's right there. Chill.
The hook was back on, and we sat as still as possible while we waited.
He's gonna pop up right in here. He's laying out here in the middle of the pond, and he figures out, oh, these jokers are here to catch me. I'm gonna go into full hide mode.
Well, they can see that lady over there in the bright-ass pink shirt.
So we waited, and waited. But unfortunately, we lost another gator.
We can't let this alligator know we're after him, otherwise we're just
I love that show. We watched it so much. Oh, I know that one had some cool fishes there. Yep. It was a lot of fun. But like we were looking at some cryptid stuff and I liked how he'd go in and everybody's like, oh, that fish isn't there. And he'd have them draw a picture and he'd be like, that's just an araipama. We just have a different name for it. But it's not like it's non-existent. It's not mythical. It's real and it's there. I thought that was really cool. And there was one with the really giant ray down like towards Argentina with that river. Anyway.
we keep doing the same thing over.
So I think we'll stay behind. You go and you.
What? What is that?
I don't even know what to say.
It was like
so
eating people
you
or
go do
something.
what
I don't
you're
know.
supposed
I
to
remember
do.
something. A little girl, I think.
Hold this.
Okay. The do I do with this? Okay, so we're pulling up on this gator. We have to be really quiet, okay?
Josh, listen. This family has a lot of little kids. They play in the pool all the time. The gator's been in their pool. This alligator has no fear, so we gotta catch him. Just stay right here for a second.
This whole time, we've kind of been scouting from afar, but Rob decided to do the unthinkable.
Okay, Josh, swim.
I think the sound just might not sound right on the mic because they're not in front of him. I think it's catching the rock because he's projecting the sound he wants out to the lake.
Right alongside of me.
No. Are you sure you want to do that, Rob?
Ugh.
All right, I'll take
As long
it.
as you don't
No
hit the thing on the
response is a
head.
Solid yes. Rob is built different, you know, like Rob's the kind of dude that would rub himself with like blood and meat and guts and then jump into the ocean after a shark because it kept swimming away too many times.
Even by taking
Yeah, but look at what he's in. Sure, let's go to the lake to swim with the gators. That's a good idea. But they know that they're after the big aggressive nuisance one. So it will go for him, but look at the way this is. If he can get it to go for the boat instead of him, worst case scenario, he should not be in the water with it. But he has options. It could be worse. I'd probably rather be in a giant like a one of the metal canoes, but they can tip those super easy. I think this gives them a better center of balance, maybe. I'm looking. That's a nice setup for that. I don't know. But you got to get it over somehow.
Directly into the eye of the storm. We just barely missed this gator. Which at this point I was like, did we just waste several hours? Are we not going to catch a gator at all?
Bad time for me to have to pee, huh?
I gotta piss so bad it's stupid.
So the sun is setting. We've been going on.
That's
and
the
finding
time.
Several different gators. It's not that simple.
Most people get them at night, or they'll get them like dawn or dusk, so you can see their eyes real good. But the thing is, you want to make sure you're getting a nuisance gator specifically in this case. You're not going after any gator, and that's what makes it harder to do at night, probably. I've swum with gators, Gare. I'm not gonna lie. I've swum in lakes with gators before. You just don't want to swim with one that's decided people are meat. But, I mean, it's like anywhere else. You live with what's around you.
Get them, everybody. They don't want to play along, obviously. I'm confident in Rob. He's the man. He never let me down.
You think his pink sweatshirt's distracting us?
I think that's the reason why we haven't caught one yet.
With the sunlight slipping away, this was our last chance to catch a gator.
There's my shot.
Here it goes.
Whoa. Oh, motherfucker.
Wow.
Gosh, dang it.
Yet another gator gone, and our hope sinks lower.
I didn't think that trucker started with the F sound.
But when we needed it most, destiny rang. The previous house's gator had reappeared, and the hunt was back on.
The race is on right now.
A race for time, a race for light, and a race for this god dang gator.
Hey, carry this. I think I see him. I have to pee so bad. All of us have to pee. It'd be crazy if we all simultaneously peed our pants.
The sunlight was fading fast, but Rob was determined.
I'm going to catch that.
You could have just gone and swum in the lake for a second. It's not ideal, but...
The shine of his eye.
Bro, what? Is he going in the water? Yeah. We're doing this again? Oh, Jesus.
I know it seems real bright, but this is with the
Nah.
cameras turned all the way up. This is what it actually looked like.
You heard that?
Shine your
see 'em?
freaking flashlight, and you'll see
Good
the
job.
gator eyes.
Yep, I'm right behind you.
Come on.
Get ready. Get ready. Got him. You're going to have to keep this line extremely tight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Holy frick.
Hold on.
They didn't even give him a harness?
Oh, shit. You might want to grab this.
No. You're going to catch it. Oh, there he is, right there. There's the gator, right there.
Finally, we had our nuisance gator, and the people of the community are a little safer. You can assume what happens next.
All right, so we're back. We have the entire gator broken down.
Were you scared, Josh?
Was I scared? I
What'd they do with the leather?
was myself.
I was a little nervous. I'm not going to lie.
Where you said it was fine.
Because I got to build your confidence, bro. I can't turn around to you and tell you you're about to die. I can't say that.
Well, what, did you think I was going to die?
Yeah.
My goal is prepare this in a way that makes gator not just gourmet, but convince you that it's great. So we're going to cook this from nose. Well,
It's missing.
It's soft, nice leather. I'm not gonna lie either. I won't lie. I would kill a few gators for gator leather jacket. This is what annoys me. You can use gators for meat, but you get in big trouble if you're using the leather for products, because they don't want people to hunt gators just for the leather, because people who don't understand about using the whole animal. But yeah. But it's, oh, gator leather is so, it is nice, it's soft, it's, it makes a nice wallet. I could see it being a jacket. I don't think I've seen anybody, I don't know, because it's still a little stiff, but I mean, it could be interesting. It could be really comfy.
in that part.
Yeah, to tail. I want everyone to know, I've never cooked gator before. I tasted it, and that's all I have. You're gonna help me a little bit with this.
It's gonna be fun.
Look, obviously, we have all the parts of the gator here, but to prevent this video from being 2 hours long, I chose what I hoped would be the best cuts. I guess we'll find out if they were good. We got tomka with the tail, a fancy steak made with the cheeks, and tacos with the backstrap. Or strip loin? I honestly couldn't tell.
First, the butchering.
That's weird. I mean, I know boar hunters on my side of the world, and they go, yeah, throw them to the vet to check them, and then you do what you want with it. I know they used hog skin for a ton of crafts. Why would you check on them at the vet? To see if they have diseases, maybe, before you eat them? We just check if it's a healthy animal. And then cook it good. Yep, okay. The thing is, I feel like it's wasteful. I believe you should use the whole animal if you're going to harvest it. But there's all these rules about gator skin because people decided that people were killing gators just for the skin. I'm not going to say you didn't have the rare poacher, but poachers are people who don't follow the rules. And poachers are going to do it anyway. So you haven't prevented anybody. And we have a serious gator problem. If you harvest it with the right licenses, you might be allowed to use the leather now. I'm not sure. It is a luxury. Oh, it's expensive leather. I know that the farms are allowed to do something with it. I'm just... Maybe it's because you have to prove the provenance, that it came from an appropriate source. I don't worry too much about it, but it is a
Look
thing.
at that, only bone left.
You can use this for stock.
Thank you, sir.
It's tender, so we're gonna do tomka. Do you know what that is?
I have no freaking idea, but I'm excited to try it.
We've got my tomka broth, which is in my second newest cookbook coming out soon. Also, he has a book. That'll.
Yeah, what a lot of people end up doing is they cure the skin and put it like on a wall, or kind of like people would use a rug or something. But when you start turning it into products is when you start getting into trouble. So I don't know. It is a lizard skin, and especially that big, it's good moolah. It is, but it is soft feeling to me, but
Also be in the link in the description.
I don't know.
Guga, so you grab the tail, pick your favorite loin.
Take a look at this. It's like tuna.
Yeah, what does the fat taste like, Guga? And he said to avoid the fat.
Muddy.
So you're gonna cut it into little cubes like this. So while he's doing that, I got this simmering away. This is hot. A bunch of different things to season this with. Thai
see, I
bacon,
prefer
bruise it a little
ocean
bit.
fish to lake fish for that reason.
Yes.
I don't
Fish sauce.
I don't
Typically,
like how the
I
lake
like
fish
brown sugar, it's
tastes.
fine. Stir it. What do we always do, Guga, whenever we want something to taste good?
MSG.
It's not a bad idea, actually. I was gonna say taste it, but yes.
I'm gonna remove all this fat, Josh. That sounds weird because
Add MSG. Well, I was gonna say taste it. It's only good moolah if you can prove the provenance.
usually
But
you
yeah,
want extra
for
fat.
sure.
See, but I already thought ahead, Guga. This is a coconut-based soup. Fat is in the soup, so we don't need to rely on the fat of the gator.
Throw it in,
Pot, yep, right in. Bring this back up to a simmer.
and now we wait.
The gator meat's cooked, the heat goes off. We're gonna take our Thai basil, you throw it in. Cilantro, you throw it in. That's gonna flavor the whole broth. It smells
It's great.
Tomka is about balance. Salty, sweet, acidic. It's like, you know what I mean? This is fresh lime juice or fish sauce. You wanna know how it's good? Your mouth immediately gets nice and moist.
Those were key limes.
Love that word.
I could tell. It looked like key
It's about to
lime.
get bussin' in here.
Can you explain the word bussing? It is one of the ultimate pleasures. Oh, so bussing is like damn good. I got it now.
I proceeded to balance the flavor for a full 15 minutes while Guga watched on. I had to get it right for him, you know? And I think I got it there.
Well, Guga, you ever seen something take that long to season?
Not necessarily, but I can.
Does Tomka traditionally have wine? Please don't be this young. What? How young?
Can't wait to taste it. You must be amazing.
Let's get our bowl.
So you ladle it into a bowl, add some fried shallots, fresh cilantro, fresh Thai basil, chili oil, and there it is.
If at least this one doesn't do well, we might as well quit here. All right, Guga.
Looks delicious.
Tomka tail.
A little bit of everything. Thanks, Josh. Oh,
It does look good.
that is amazing. So fresh. And the richness from the coconut. Wow.
Is this Guga approved?
It is Guga approved. I can't believe you made gator taste so good.
Well, Guga, it's only gonna get better. I'm making a peanut mole.
Lime. Lime makes everything better. Lime with coconut, that's pretty good too. But the lime, I put lime in everything.
Smooth, nice sauce. We got peanuts. Peanuts. So we got peanuts, onions, sauteed, chipotle peppers, fresh tomato, lard, anchovies. The recipe's in the description, damn it. While that's going, you're gonna make a special butter.
Because it's got MSG.
Uncle Roger, if you're watching right now,
We miss you.
you can be here right now in between the two of us, buttered up.
Ooh.
You're gonna slice those chives really, really thin. While you're slicing that, look at that. Look at that. Knife skills going on, baby. I'm just gonna pour my chicken stock into here. Blender goes on. All right, yeah.
Butter goes in.
That was a good slap.
You better believe it. Chives go in. Salt. The king of flavor. Mix, mix.
Yeah.
That did not work.
There's a technique.
We're gonna save it.
Oh, it's nice to know that people who know what they're doing mess up all the time too.
Oh. It never happened.
That's blended.
I love the color. Damn, this chicken
It's pretty.
big, boy. What do you want me to do here? Cut it in steaks?
What are you doing there, man? I'm thinking literally like all the way across.
Oh, it is tough.
Well, that's concerning.
And these knives are sharp. Okay, round two. Steel. It's all that power from the jaw. You can get
Yeah.
a fire and squeeze it and it still won't go through.
We had to switch the cut up. We have no idea what it is. We're gonna find out.
Can't wait to try some chewing gum, baby. You better get really in there, Josh.
I'm gonna base it. See.
That's a high compliment. Can't wait to try some of that chewing gum, baby. Ouch. Okay, Guga.
Hear it.
A bit of salt.
Pepper, both sides.
You have no feelies anymore in your fingers. So what are we going for here? Medium rare?
No, well done. Can you eat gator medium rare? Once it stays here for a while, it's gonna cool down that part of the pan. You move it to another part of the pan.
Something gym food.
That pan is always high. I want a little bit of char. Ooh.
Very nice.
Well, they're just saying the cheeks were so tough, there wasn't savable. It was just pure tendon. But something gym food. Yep. That's. We'll see. They don't know what cut they're actually doing now, but it'll be something.
Here we go. 2 cloves of garlic, a little bit of thyme, unsalted butter.
Okay.
I'm just gonna let this cook it all the way through. Completely off. So you're gonna add half that MSG butter out of the pan. I know it seems like a lot of butter because it is.
But butter makes everything better.
Butter makes everything better.
Our brown butter from the pan.
Oh, yes. Cut it real thin.
Very thin.
Paper thin. Almost like sashimi style.
How are you feeling, Guga? You look nervous.
I am. I think it's going to taste good, but I'm afraid of the tenderness.
Okay, and we have our nice toasted peanut mole. A little bit of our brown butter.
Only you can make gator look good. But is it going to be tender? All right, let's go for it.
I don't think peanut sounds good in mole. Hot take. What do I know?
Oh, you're going to do that? That's not going to work, my friend.
Ha
You almost broke the plate. All right, buddy.
Cheers.
Cheers. Voila! I mean, the taste is amazing. A little bit spicy, buttery. You nailed it down on the fat. And it's not that tough.
No.
Wow.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
I think if you cut this into thick bites, this would not be a pleasant experience.
It
Look,
tastes good. Nice
look
and
at
spicy. Oh, yes.
I think that's a Guga win. Time to move on to the next. I don't know why I'm doing all that. Next, tacos.
Love me some tacos.
So you're gonna make the slaw. Go ahead and slice this really, really thin. I decided to do onions 2 ways, pickled and fried. In one bowl, we're gonna add.
So he's doing like a fish taco. I know people now like blue meat, but I bet you 100 internet buckaroos, they don't have the stones for really rare gator meat. I'm sure they do, with enough beers in them or something. But I don't know anybody who would sober go for raw gator meat. And we ceviche everything. So yeah, I've never heard of anybody doing that with the gator meat. So sure as heck not picking up a piece and just eating it straight raw. But I could be wrong. There are people who will eat anything.
Our buttermilk. See, the thing I like about these kind of fried onions,
I would be worried.
Buttermilk, onions in, you mix them, you put them in the flour, you fry them. You cannot screw that up. So I got my sliced onions into the buttermilk. Are you ready? Oh, that was fast, boy.
Sir, we don't play around.
I'm tossing. My wet boys into my dry boy. Strain the excess.
Plus, like I said, it's so lean and chewy. I don't think without some form of treatment and cooking, I mean, it really would be like chewing gum. And not It'd be like raw catfish chewing gum or something. I don't know. I don't think that'd be nice. But what do I know?
And then directly into the fryer. That's it. Don't overthink it. You like some fried onions, Google? How do you feel about that?
One of my favorite things. You know what the problem with these are? Fry them and then you just can't stop eating them. And I'll tell you one thing, Josh, I'm hungry.
Yeah, me too. Why are you hungry? Oh, because we're doing fine dining portions, that's why. Damn, Google, you got some knife skills on you, boy. Get it, Google? So I just almost ate all my onions.
Come on, Josh, we need them. We'll stop.
Yeah, so zest one lime into there.
Okay.
Can you juggle?
I'll try.
All right, I'll put my face right here. Go.
Yo, we got frying oil, juggling.
Onions are done. Look at that. They don't have any salt in them, man.
They're hot.
All right, this is really fine salt, so I got to see where it's...
Pull straight out of the oil. They're hot. Yeah, blue meat. I am not interested in blue meat. I have already definitely would prefer her steaks always be blue 99% of the time. She likes it to kind of pretend to have touched a flame on the way to her mouth and be warm. That's about it. To Atlas that likes it more medium to medium well. But that's with beef. I don't, not with like, not gator. I cannot, no, I would not go there.
Go on here. Oh my God, how do you eat that?
Stop.
What?
I'm actually nervous.
Oh, what the?
That's it.
Have you ever juggled before?
No, first time. I used to be able to do a backflip. Now I just do one flip.
What does that mean?
Like, I just sit.
So, last one. Mayo, a little bit of garlic, a little bit of hot sauce, smoked paprika.
Ain't not a cook, but cooking with oil ain't no joke. Hi, Whimsical. I've been burned by it a few too much. I've been burned by oil. It gets a little splashy sometimes, but you know, it always heals. Maybe don't throw a bunch of ice in there or something. How are you tonight, Night?
Diced shallots.
Shallots or shallots?
That's for Gordon Ramsay.
He called me a donut.
That's an honor.
I know, right? Ooh. Olive oil in, cilantro.
He didn't even chop it. There he goes. Oh my goodness.
Done.
Boom.
Juice.
Fresh, it's crunchy, it's salty. That's bussin'.
Bussing again. I don't understand that word.
he pulled it apart to put it in with his fingers, and he's like, oh, so he pulls it right back out and chops it. Perfect. Because, like, why? So. You're so. I hope you're a good
Yeah,
so.
I heard you love cabbage.
It's bussing.
Broken down this backstrap a little bit, we're doing these two pieces here. Salt, pepper, look at that. Off to the grill.
Here we grill with a tamarind glaze, flip, glaze again, then let them cook through and get nice and tacky.
All right, I did a little slicing. Guga's doing the chopping. Beautiful.
Smells incredible. I can't believe I said that about alligator.
Try to split it evenly. Cabbage slaw, spicy mayo, crunchy onions, gold red onions.
Vikram?
Oh.
You want to try it, Vikram?
All right, last but not least.
I have no problem with cilantro.
Red onions are the best. Pickled red onions. Oh, so good. On the bad side of okay, but not bad enough to be bad. I'm sorry, Night. I think the world is in a place today. But I decided to try to make this a happy stream. So I'm working on that. And this is fun. We did episode 2 of Jason the Wheeled Warriors. We're at the end of how to cooking an entire alligator with Guga, but it's on Joshua Weissman's channel.
Cilantro at all.
Oh,
Ooh, that looks amazing.
it all comes down to this. Let's taste.
Honestly, he's got more music. I think I'm gonna get in trouble for his music, but whatever.
Nothing to be said.
Cheers, brother. Oh, money. Sweet, sour, crunchy. That's my favorite one.
Oh, sometimes when you go to a taco truck, you don't even know what protein you're ordering, and it's like chewy, but it's fatty, and it's good, and it's meaty. Fits the profile texturally. It's almost like alligator was born to be a taco meat. There it is.
You know what? There you go.
Guga, my man, me, Rob, we came together and we proved something. With hard work and effort and care, you can make something amazing, and I wouldn't have been able to do it without you, Guga.
Thank you for coming. Something I'm never gonna forget. Friends for life.
Don't forget to get his book, the link's in the description, but more importantly, listen, okay? This is our last upload. We're going on an upload blackout. It's my...
Everything returns to tacos. Dang it. Actually, I don't normally like things to be fried up to be in my tacos, but fish gets nice. My suffering is my own doing. I ate something and I can notice it, but it is not actually that bad yet. Oh, I hate that. You know what's coming. Was it worth it? That's all I ask. Was it worth it? Then good on you.
Wedding. I'm gonna be in Italy. I'm gonna be busy. I want to take some time.
Yo, congratulations, brother.
I'm gonna miss
Not
you guys.
really.
This
Oh,
time is something
no.
really special, and we're ending with someone really special. So we'll see you guys very soon.
Yeah, I probably need to cut his music. That seems like I'm going to get in trouble. All right. So, we have this old crack house. Yeah, that always stinks. If you decide to cheat and have something that you know makes you sick because it's like a guilty pleasure thing and you're like, and then it wasn't worth it. I hate that. But usually it is. I'm pretty good at deciding when to be bad. Thing is, everything in it I have eaten before. Nothing should have been a problem with. Oh, so you didn't know. That makes more sense. Like, for example, Hedge, she will have something with gluten at her birthday, and she will have something with gluten at Christmas Eve. Not every year. And she gets so sick, but she's like, I'm gonna enjoy that. Like, sometimes it's like a donut, it can be pizza. But she knows she's gonna pay when she does it. So you just didn't know you were gonna have a problem. I'm sorry.
With Basement Jesus at the end of this video. I promised you that we would have episodic conversations with Basement Jesus, and I let you down the last one. Basement Jesus had to be moved. There was construction going on, a lot of shit getting thrown away, and I had to save Basement Jesus. He saves me. He saves all of us. But this time I got to return the favor and save him from a dumpster heap. New developments in the
Only thing I could think of is it was only just that slightest bit off, not enough to notice while eating it. I have had that happen before. One time where I'm like, it tastes like it's going, but I don't think it's gone. And I was hungry and I was tired and I just ate it. I think the bathroom ended up being my friend for about 3 days. I was like, but yeah. Yeah. It's a thing. Everybody's done it once. I think. Maybe I'm just a dum-dum.
house. It got worse. I need to spend a lot more money removing and building and replacing things. And an interesting story for you. After I had purchased the home, one of the young hoodlums that lived here
Came back.
turned on the water. He had just let the hose go all along the side of the house and let the water run on the inside.
He just had to replace the foundation. I know this was 5 years ago, but it's new to me.
So that the basement would flood. Because that's what normal people do. The asshole kid that used to live here with his mom. Shut up, dog. Basement Jesus would say it flooded for 40 days and 40 nights until the water authority literally kicked in a little bit more of the basement hole that we've seen, slid in, and then turned off the water main.
Oh my gosh.
I had to remove Jesus out of the basement because we were getting a whole bunch of trash out of here. And so right now, because the basement is redone and new and fantastic-ish, we're going to return Basement Jesus to the basement so that he may bless this house. This will be Basement Jesus' new home. And after we're done showing you after I'm done showing you the basement, we're going to come back here. We're going to have a conversation with Basement Jesus. He has inspired us all to forgive.
There is a small but real chance it was not who he thinks here. Yeah. I hear you. He's got to say something for the video. I mean, he's not looking to get sued either. And he has to guess.
Redo this house. We got rid of 10 feet of wall on this side, the entire front area, and 10 feet of wall on that side of the front. It all got redone. I don't know what this cool metal stripping is, but I think that it takes all the moisture that runs alongside the wall and tells it to go fuck off.
He has problems later, so it could also be someone else who left the water running. Yeah, that makes sense. I hear you, but he still has to have... He's trying to tell a story. I feel like it doesn't necessarily matter if he's guessed right the first time. He's not, like, going out and arresting him.
Got a sump pump.
He's not naming names.
Cool.
He's not doxing anybody.
The weird thing about it is that it pokes out the front, kind of like the house has like a long skinny white dick, and it just kind of dribbles out the front of it, like me. Okay, so
oh gosh,
sump pump from Frank's basement, the fantastic.
Okay.
Join me this way as we see the newness. The only bad thing about it is that even though the roof above the porch works, like we're underneath the porch right now, rain comes in from the side on the porch. Some of it drips through here and then drips in the basement. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe spray some good stuff on it or redo the floor so then the paint like
you'd need some kind of moisture barrier.
Something in the comments so I know what I'm doing. The nice poured concrete looks much nicer than the old shitty concrete that is all water damaged because the people here are pieces of shit. Sorry, Jesus. Okay, so we'll go to the back and I'll show you what they repaired in the back. So originally what we were going to do down here is, you're going to take the wall and bring it right across here and then just fill this area with fill. But then the way that it looked and that the way that these corners were
supporting, the old concrete looked like it was just mud. I've seen it flake up and shale up like that, like layers of shale. The new wall looks good though. It really does. And the new concrete looks good too. But water's what does that, depending on the kind of concrete you had laid. Usually that happens here if it was one of the old porch concretes, like they used to use on the porches. But, I don't know. I haven't seen that in a while here. So, obviously, we've changed up how we're doing our concrete down here. But this was an old house. And it might have just been mud.
My foundation man, Frank, was like, no. We're going to do it this way. We're going to fix it right. We're going to make sure that none of the basement gets all jacked up.
Because when we have crawl spaces, there can be dirt because it's the walls holding the foundation. So, do you need cement or is it aesthetic? That would be my wondering, I guess.
Yeah. So we replaced this entire part of the wall over here, and then this corner here, because this was the one you could hand fuck. You could just hand jam your hand through it like Bruce Lee. Devastating. This beam is going to be replaced. I believe this
not
and
as
this
solid
beam
as it should.
are going to be replaced because they were soaked so full of fucking water. When I had the foundation guy come in, he's like, hey, listen, I'm going to water test these beams for you for free, like, just to check them out. And he's like, they're like over 20% like water damage.
Yeah.
They're waterlogged. They're trash. He's like, I don't even know how it's holding up the house. They haven't gotten done yet because what I have to do is I have to remove...
I've done that. It was so freaking frustrating. All right.
some of these pipes.
Yep. Yep.
I did it again.
Oops. I did it again.
That are.
That's all I know.
Going up to the radiators in all the different rooms because they're in the way of the beams. Oh, come on. And for some reason, this isn't the only fucking house I've seen it in. Everybody's.
You know what? It's so much funnier to watch somebody else being frustrated and doing that. Is that evil? But it is funnier because he made it funny and he's got past this point and he's moved on. I have stuck chainsaw chains. Never that bad though. Ideally, you've got the right tool for the job and it's not a problem. I think the one that worried me the most, I had to get this tree down on the property. And I didn't realize quite how thick it was at first. It was my fault. Yeah. So I took, I was using a pruning saw, as I want to do because I'm small and that's just easier for me to work with. So I was cutting out the one side at an angle and then I started cutting the other side so that I could get it to go and in a controlled way. And when the tree was mostly cut through, and it was right by the a building, mind you, so I was trying to get it away from the building. The pruning saw got stuck in the very heart of it, and I was like, now I have a problem. I can't go get a chainsaw or something and do this now because I've got a freaking blade in it, and I can't finish it, and I got a tree that's ready to fall, and I don't want it to fall on the building. It was a fun moment. It was a fun moment, but you know, got the tree down. But I knew full well it was my fault. I was not using the right tools for the job. I even remotely. Yeah, fun. It's fun after. It's funny after. I put my back on the wall of the building and I pushed with my legs, and then when that wasn't enough I got my son to come out and do it too, and then we got a third person to mess with the blade a little bit and it went down nice and pretty and nobody got hurt. Awesome, right? Story: pruning saws are not for trees that are more than 4 to 5 inches around, even if they look close. Pretty once you are done. Nah, I don't know about pretty, but it did the job.
Decides to chop away the beams that are holding up the house.
It was an invasive, dumb plant. A stupid tree. I hate those things. It was a
That's why you wear safety glasses, unless you're me and an idiot. They're like, oh hey, like 6 inches out of this beam that's holding up your fucking.
We call them golden rain trees. I don't know what their real name is.
Don't support it at all. There's other beams that'll take.
They're really invasive here. I wonder what the real name is.
Put a pipe in it, because that pipe is super important.
Let's see. What are they called?
Well, that hurt. We couldn't possibly move it in some other fucking direction. There's no 90-degree stem for this. No, we've got to go 45 right through this fucking thing.
Yep, that's them.
Strongest damn thing in the house is the telephone line. That's the kind of sense that people make here when you own a dope house and you want to heat it. Have they died? No. Are you surprised? I am. So yeah, so the beams had to be replaced because the idiots before me decided to cut huge chunks of them out as if they were human.
Golden rain trees are a thing. Apparently they're from China, Japan, and Korea. And they're admired for their resilience. But forgetting the wiki, they're horrible invasive in Florida. Boy gear. I mean, I love your story time. Oh, that's so cute. Anyway, back to the show. Golden rain trees are pretty, but we are so allergic to them. Most Floridians are. They have at least 2 seasons here, if not more. But they grow through the root and they grow through their seeds. I don't know if they're technically poisonous. Maybe that's why we all think we're allergic. Maybe they're really just poisonous and we're all poisoned. I don't know.
Termites. Now, here's the shitty part of the story. When I was gonna cut these away, I had a plumber come in and I was like, hey man, I got this old school boiler system with a brand new boiler. The boiler's only a year old. Why don't you come in here and look at it and see what needs updating? And then I'll go from there with your recommendation. Not good news. Could it get worse? Of course it can. This is the crack house from hell. Let me bring you around to the boiler and show you the bad news. When the plumber came in and I told him what I kind of wanted to do, like, hey, can you remove all the...
Didn't he find the fact that there was a boiler that was only a year old at all sus? I mean, this is the thing.
Piping, can we remove some of it? Can we keep some of it so that it's the most cost effective for me? And he looks at me and says, you don't want to know. And that's what through my mind is absolutely like just emptiness and shit. I said, what's the deal? You'll notice that there's a little water droplet right there.
Yep.
Now, that's not the only one that is there. There are many throughout the entire system. And you'd be like, oh, that's just condensation, AC. Like, that ain't no thing. No.
But it's at a joint. You're back. Okay, here we go. Whoa.
No. For everybody that's grown up in the Northeast, you know what that means. It means that the pipes froze with water in them, and the water expands, and then it pulls away. So now this is a...
Huh. Interesting. So it doesn't fit right anymore. Trace are so much more likely to have a leak than anywhere else. Absolutely. Yeah, usually here, because we're not really made for weather like that, if a pipe freezes, it's a whole hullabaloo. I don't know. It's a problem.
So this has to get repaired. Well, so does this one, because that one leaks. So do a couple cracks in some of the other pipes. So does the fucking one-year-old boiler, because it flooded when they flooded the GD in house. Sorry, Jesus. The brand new boiler that New York State gave to this crackhead lady because of HEAP, which is housing...
Energy.
I don't know. Look up what HEAP stands for. It's like heat and energy program, heat assistance energy program. So basically she got this fucking furnace for free, all just about, and then decided, oh, well, I'm losing my house because I didn't pay my taxes. Screw it. I'll just let the world fall apart.
It's almost like people don't value things they have no investment in.
And explode. Every fucking radiator has a crack in it. Like here. And here. Can't forget about here. This long son of a bitch right here in the kitchen. This too. Oh, yeah. This one, it's rusty as fuck. This one, oh. This one too. It's trapped in the wall. Just like the dead bodies and demons that haunt this place. If you know anything about radiators, there's no point in fixing it. You just need a new radiator. Now,
what?
A visual representation of, I've just seen little cracks here. Like that.
You can't fix a radiator? I mean, I guess it would have to be made in exactly the right shape, but I would think you could weld it or something. I don't know. What do I know? I've never used a radiator in my life. I'm vaguely familiar with them from, like, British storytellers things from when I was young. I give up. I'll shut up.
Seem like a big deal. Well, one, shut your fucking mouth. It is, because you don't know anything about plumbing. If you don't think that a little leak is a big issue. Or two, you're like, well, that doesn't look horrible. I really don't understand what you mean by this frozen water expanding and breaking these pipes. They all look to be somewhat intact, although rusty. Follow me. So this is what it looks like when your pipes have water in them, and then you...
Okay, I'm going to say one thing. If you're redoing the entire house and the pipes are that rusty, my concern would be, at what point is it too much? Because rust just continues to grow. Is this a in 50 years problem? Is this an in 5 years problem? Because if you're about to close walls in around all these pipes, as bad as it is, I would personally rather resolve it now. The problem is, look at all that metal. Oh my gosh, metal is expensive. Tomas, oh hi there. How you doing? I'm fine. Sorry to be late. You're fine. You can. It is not worth it. Got it. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. So it's not worth it to fix a radiator because it's probably like paying to get a TV fixed. It's gonna cost you more and not work as well as if you just got the new one, potentially. That makes sense to me. And they're in place. You wouldn't want to like burn your house down with a, yeah. They are normally cast iron. Heavy. I think he decides to just tear it all out. That's everything. Everything is cast iron. Hi, Kenny. Welcome back. If it costs more to fix, just get a new one. I mean, yeah. Unless the new one's going to have to be replaced every year and you fix it once and it's going to be good for another 20. I mean, that's where you got to make a choice. But otherwise, yeah, spend less.
You, as a shitty person, decide that, yeah, fuck it. And I'm just going to walk away like a gigantic turd, leaving the anus of Satan and getting flushed down the toilet to New Jersey. This is a 1/4 inch, 3/8 inch thick steel piping that got the fucking ass end blown out of it, so much so that I can fucking...
That is not good.
But I don't want to because I don't want to get tetanus. So this is what happens. Not only do I have to remove all of this piping and the radiators, which are heavy as shit, but I also have to pay for an entirely...
That makes a lot of sense. Just like making kids, it's cheaper to make a new one? What? Heavy, difficult, well, they don't have the ability to hold pressure the same. You are showing your evil side again. Oh my gosh. Take all you want. We'll make more. That's really weird. Oh, wow. Look at the time.
New forced air system. You might be asking yourself, how much would it cost to replace all of it? Just under $20,000. That is a real, hey man, I'm just looking at it, rough numbers. It is going to be 20 grand. Oof. And that's like using PEX. But I got to replace all the radiators. Where am I going to get some nice radiators? What about baseboard? Well, fuck baseboard. So what do you do? Well, he's like, well, I could put a furnace in the basement, and I could put a furnace in the attic. And then we'll have the furnace shoot hot air up for the first floor, and the attic furnace shoot hot air down from the second floor, from the attic. I go, cool, how much is that going to cost? $11,000. Yeah, so that's my best bet is to rip it all out myself and then have him come in and do it. But it's springtime now. Corona's in the air. So do I even do that now? Do I do more demo? Yes, I think I'm going to do...
Penny, you are showing your evil side again. This makes me think a serial killer is going to pop out. I know, right? I would think, even though it costs more, over time, you really need heat up north, right? Like, how warm do you keep your houses in a cold place? I would think, although the houses are meant to hold the heat in better, but I would think the cost of running the furnaces might be more than the radiators over time, because the radiators are more of an ambient heat. Y'all will be the first to know. Don't worry. Why is he so brave to wear no PPE? It was snowing in the other episode. I know, right? I don't know. I don't know why he'd have to be brave. I mean, he's in his own freaking basement. He did have to wear a mask in the first one because of the mold and stuff. But I don't know. This looks pretty cleaned out. And he's not actively cutting anything right now. So this wouldn't be like metal dust or wood dust right now in the air. Other than that, how the heck would I know?
More demo. And in that demo, am I going to remove this heating system? Yes, that's probably my next step. Along with gutting the bathroom. Because that thing is an absolute hepatitis trap. So that's where I'm at. So, feel free to buy more Basement Jesus shirts. You enjoy watching me spend ridiculous amounts of money trying to rehab a crack house and save my soul. And now, conversations with Basement Jesus.
Oh my gosh.
Why did you let the basement just crumble in on itself? Basement Jesus, Easter is coming again, and I know you want this house to rise again, as you already lifted it up on stilts. It rose again, just like you, Lord. There was a parable of a man building his house on stone and a man building his house on sand. And because of the firm foundation, his home wasn't swept away. Maybe that parable has something to do with this house.
Okay. Do you know how hard it is to say that parable in Sunday school in Florida with our kids? When we basically live on a giant sandbar. Every time you do it, you're going to have a couple of the kids going, wait a minute. All of our houses are built on sand. And we'd have to be like, I'm sorry. We'd have to be like, not the same grade. That's a good one. We'd be like, well, you only have to worry about being washed away on the beach. In the story, they're kind of on the beach. But then there'd always be a kid who was on the beach. And they'd be like, but what about my house? And we go, oh, but your house is special. I don't know. I mean, it makes sense. I think you have the best answer, Kitty. It's not the same grade of sand. We kind of would go there eventually, but I mean, when you're talking about like preschoolers, that's yeah. There'd always be somebody who didn't see it coming. We'd be like, ooh, have them read it to them. It was funny. Everybody kind of had to do it and find out the hard way why this drove the kids scared. Dumb preschoolers. It's almost like they believe everything you tell them, and then it causes a problem when what you tell them contradicts what you tell them. Yeah. It's a good parable. It makes a lot of sense.
But right now, I just feel like I'm wearing your crown of thorns and there's blood in my eyes and I can't see the end of this. Oh, Basement Jesus, please stop letting things break in this house. I've been trying to do a permit and the city hasn't given me a permit yet. Jesus, you had your way with hookers and texts.
I blame the parents for building their houses on sand, or for not teaching them the difference between structural dirt and sand on the beach. Yes.
Collectors, can you please use your ways to persuade a city worker to give me a permit so that I can do demolition on this house? In your name. Hopefully, Basement Jesus will do it. Reminds me of what's that movie called where all the teenage kids died? Oh, very specific.
There's only a million of them.
Final. Oh, come on. The one where the tree trunk goes through the window of the car and crushes the kid. What is that movie called? Final something. Final what?
I think he's having an existential crisis.
Oh, I'm not gonna be able to get over it. I can't stop thinking about. I'm not gonna be able to stop thinking about what the movie is. Why do I have Final Fantasy stuck in my head? It should be Final.
Needs termites.
Oh.
Final basement.
I'm standing out here in the cold, freezing my balls off. It's because the crack house doesn't have heat right now, and you can help me out with that by purchasing this old crack.
Needs termites. Wow. Aren't you a breath of fresh air, Tomas? It needs termites. I think his money making is only from selling t-shirts. Well, actually, he's got a career still. He's a police officer, and he is he still a drill sergeant, Knight? I'm not sure if I think he is, but he might have retired from that. In the Army. In the reserves, because he's just doing the drill sergeant stuff at this point, I think. Yeah, he is. Okay, so he is. Yeah, because he has his current videos are on. So this is what he does when he's not doing brutality. Yes. Reserves if he is. Yes. I think he was not reserves, but he is reserves. And he talked about the last time he had a group to do in a recent video. So I don't know if he fully retired or not, but he's not, I don't think he's a drill sergeant anymore.
House shirt, much like this. It comes
because he talked about how he put his very last group that he did, he ordered them to stand at attention and wait. He'll be right back. He's got something to tell them. And then he made sure they were all in good shape, and he walked out of the bunkhouse or whatever, and he left the whole base. Somebody found him hours later. They were still in attention. Found out what he'd done. He didn't know for years about what the result was. So I know he doesn't do that part anymore. But yeah. I think it's funny. I mean, basic training is a learning experience, right? That is an evil prank. Yep. And either they loved him or hated him after it, but I know they respected him, probably.
In a bunch of different colors. And for every shirt that you buy, I get less and less in debt.
She likes when people suffer. I don't know if it's suffer exactly, Kenny, but I mean, it's not like he ordered them to walk off a cliff and die for his amusement or something. I mean, I'm guessing the point was more for the base he was leaving behind. I'm thinking it wasn't a happy leaving, but I don't know. Hello, the son of worm.
Horrible decision that I made. And you might be thinking to yourself, well, why should I help out this idiot for making a poor life choice? And I hear ya. Trust me, I do. But consider this. You're watching my horrible, miserable existence and getting off in it. So consider it more of a trade, as you get to see me suffer and laugh at my horrible inconvenience of buying this home and sinking into debt. Hey there, come on into Crazy Dick's Appliance and...
Anyway, we can watch another one of these, or we could do something totally different. Not even laughing. You're not even laughing? I'm so sorry. I think he has to have fun when he's having fun. When he's doing his job, when he's still actively a police officer, and he helps investigate with SVU, specifically with kids. So when he has fun, he has fun. Because when he's not, he's kind of stressed. So we all do what we do. We got the old crack house. And I bet he is. He's bald. Okay. You know another. I'm not sure what being bald has to do. When he is not, he has one of the hardest jobs. Yeah. I had. Where did my other window go? Oh, I know what happened. I was gonna say there was. The Fat Electrician had a really good video that came out today. Yeah. Where is it? Yeah, this one. Stupid and evil business model. Buy now, pay later. Well, hardest for people who are not stressed bald. Got it. Can he say, well, hardest for people who are not psychopaths? Okay. So we could watch one of his because they're funny and fast. But we've got evil business model. Crocs. The Hobby Lobby with art smuggling. Tomas is a hard worker already? Balding already? Crocs. Okay, we're going to learn about Crocs.
You guys knew this one would be unhinged, and you still kept requesting it, so this one's your fault. Today we're talking about Crocs. Okay, I'm not going to go into...
All right. I like Hobby Lobby word. We could do Hobby Lobby next week. I think his videos are fun. It's about how Hobby Lobby got caught smuggling artifacts. I don't know what the story is, but next week, you don't want to wait. I guess I could do it tomorrow. I've already done 2 days of Minecraft, or 3. I lost track. No, 1 day of pixel art, 2 days of Minecraft. So, I mean, I don't normally do 2 days of reaction, but I guess I could do. Yes, I know what they did. He has good editing. He really does. I like smuggling. Wait, so are we gonna fight over Crocs versus Hobby Lobby? Maybe it's okay. I mean, I've been wanting to watch that one for a while. It's as good of an excuse for me as anything. I know I'm gonna want to watch it. I don't mind watching it with you guys. Okay. Night is decisive. Kenny is decisive. Okay, here we go. How the heck? I just pulled the sand burr off of... What the flip? Everywhere this time of year, I guess. All right, here we go.
Depth explaining what Crocs are, okay? You know what Crocs are. It's the official footwear of people that don't give a single fuck about anything, and parents that are too lazy to tie their kids' shoes, went to JCPenney's, saw the shoes with the Velcro, and were like, that's still too much work. Give me the miniature Jason Voorhees mask and get it on my kid's foot so I don't have to do anything.
Thank you. That's what I thought. The first time I saw them, I'm like, this isn't real. This is a prank. How do y'all like Crocs? You like Crocs? I'm not fond of them. Modern day clogs. Yeah. I will say this. I had a neighbor buy a pair when they were a new thing. I like mine's in speed mode. Evil of the high school, truly. I had a neighbor when I lived in town who got some, and then they didn't fit her, and she was embarrassed about it, didn't know how to give them back, so she gave them to me. I just like Crocs. And I was like, they're loose on my feet. I'm supposed to be careful what kind of shoes I wear, but they were so easy, just like clogs, to slip on running out the house. I like mines in speed mode, yeah. And I'm not gonna lie. On the one hand, I felt like I hated them, but on the other hand, obviously not, because I wore them so much that in 6 months I had walked through the bottom of them. But then I saw how much they cost to actually buy, and I was like, yeah, no. Not for an I love to hate thing. Yeah, I mean, in those days, I was walking, running 4 to 6 miles a day. Just, I didn't add it up at the time, but I always walked the kids to school. I walked them to the grocery store. We were in town then, like I said, and I would walk them to the playground because I felt like that was a good way to stay in shape as a young mom. And I believed in being active. I have something to search after this. We don't have to watch it though. Okay. Anyway, so I would say they're in my love to hate category. I've actually thought of getting one recently, but I should have fly. Don't you have wings? I wanted to be in shape. I guess that would have made me very busty if I used wings, but my legs would have been what? Super skinny or super fat? I'm not sure. I like to be proportionate. My world history teacher liked them. His wife apparently had complaints. Traction wise, I have some issues with them, but and like I know people who use them in their chicken coops and stuff. That grosses me out because the poop can come through the holes. So I wear a more sealed shoe for that. But I think they have their place. I actually thought of getting a pair again recently, on and off over the last 6 months to a year. We'll see what happens. I just get annoyed when I see how much they cost. An alternative timeline. We could have had Busty Wyvern. You don't know if you have a Busty Wyvern right now or not, do you, Kenny? You just gotta imagine for yourself. Besides, I thought you were more worried about hippie people.
I think you are. Okay, before you get all butthurt, my kids have Crocs too, okay? I am also that parent. In fact, Cutter, Cash!
Run! It's a stampede!
Boys, show the people your Crocs. What kind of Crocs do you got?
Oh, that's so cute. I have seen shoes which are basically Crocs with fabric uppers. See, I don't like the fabric. I would rather just have it be the plain clog, to be honest. And I used to, way back, I actually had a pair of wooden clogs I absolutely adored. Can he get out of the gutter? I am a gutter. Kenny, when Tomas is telling you it's time to get out of the gutter, you might worry a little bit. Maybe you're the one that needs to go outside and run around the house a little bit.
You got Hot Wheel Crocs? Minecraft Crocs with his Minecraft shirt.
Very cool.
Minecraft? Yeah. Exactly. All right, good job. See you boys later.
They're so cute.
So yeah, we all know what Crocs are. And to be honest with you, I was pretty convinced and...
I am healthy enough. Little devils. Oh.
Hoping that it was just a really long, drawn-out fad at this point, but now that I've done the research into the company and I've looked at everything, not only am I thoroughly convinced it's not a fad and it's not going anywhere, Crocs is probably going to take over the world at some point and be the only shoe anybody wears ever, like the movie Demolition Man, where every restaurant becomes Taco Bell.
Now all restaurants are Taco Bell.
What?
And we're going to get into it right after a word from our sponsor.
Delete me.
Where did you get an HK416?
Don't worry about it.
What? Where are you going? Is that my blood diamond shirt? All right, here's the deal. Super simple, straightforward business model. You give them money, they...
No chance. Ashton Key's a happy man. Yes, that is his wife. If you work very hard and become successful, you too can have such a pretty wife that looks at you like that every time she walks by you. When I saw the movie, it was Pizza Hut? I don't remember, but he's usually pretty particular about that. Demolition Man wasn't recent.
Turn around and make sure the data brokers on the internet aren't selling your personal information. What does that even mean? Okay, here's the entire internet and every free service on the planet inside of a nutshell. Okay, there's this set, and they will look through all the major data brokers and find the ones that are selling all the downsides of all of the free stuff on the internet. Picked him up on his last fishing trip in Quebec from some Canadian company called, and they go out on this fishing trip in the Caribbean, and Lyndon brings.
Okay.
All right, our story begins like all great stories with a boys' trip between three homies, Lyndon, George, and Scott, and they.
Wait, what? Be right back. Be safe, Night. Night, different movie edits based on country. Makes sense to me. Is Night in danger all of a sudden? I knew Canadian companies are evil selling my info. Yeah. How old is this video? I think. Let's see. Was it still Trudeau? Nope, 2 weeks ago. So it was the new guy, but he's even more in bed with China, to my understanding, than Trudeau was.
Go out on this fishing trip in the Caribbean. And
how do I know? I'm not Canadian.
Pair of foam clogs for his fishing shoes. He picked them up on his last fishing trip in Quebec from some Canadian company called Foam Creations, and they were marketed as like these boat shoes that were really good for boating because, you know, they're foam, they're super comfortable,
and they float.
They're foam, they're waterproof, they're odor resistant. If they fall in the water, they float, so it's not going to sink to the bottom of the ocean. And for that, they were pretty great. The only problem, obviously.
And see, that's what would win me. I thought they wouldn't have any traction. They had more traction than I expected. And constantly being in places where there was rain or this or that. They were better shoes than I expected them to be.
They're ugly and dorky looking, so his two friends did the appropriate thing that dudes do, and they roasted him.
We all know nothing.
But then he ends up convincing them to try it on, and holy shit, they're awesome.
It was actually worth it. It's like doing a silk bag full of puppy ears.
Call. How the hell would you even know what that felt like?
They go from those shoes are hideous and stupid, keep them away from me, to hey, it's my turn to wear the sandals.
All right, who's got it?
Yep.
Got it. I'll give it back to Thad, but I just need one.
Howdy, Lost. We all know nothing.
Now, all three of these friends are like successful entrepreneur type people, and they're like, okay, we should actually buy up this company.
Kenny, why are you here to Lost? Because he's having a good day. He wants to drop by. Yes, Lasana, you're on there, and you're the favorite emote. Can you tell us about it? Tell us what it feels like to be the favorite emote of the day. Really? You got anything else to say? No? Okay, I won't torture you. I've done my purpose. To say hello. Hello, Lost. Good to see ya.
And start selling these shoes, and we could probably even
not
make the
true
better. And George is like, yeah, we can.
I like, look at the time most. Very cool. Very cool. I worked the hardest on that one, but then I found out I had more layers, and then the yeah, Twitch wouldn't accept it. It was too big by 1 millibyte or something, and I had to fight it and fight it and fight it. Meow impurities.
Adding a bunch of different colorways and then have color options for everybody. Which, to be fair, good idea, but Scott has the ultimate idea. We should put a strap on the back so this bad boy's got 4-wheel drive, and then when we don't want to be in sport mode, we can flip it forward and still wear them like normal sandals.
You did it. You crazy son of a bitch, you did.
Okay, history has just been made. They end this fishing trip, they immediately go to that Foam Creations company out of Canada, and they obtain a licensing agreement. Not only is Foam Creations going to make the shoes for them, they also have exclusive rights to Croslite, which is a special type of foam that Crocs are made out of. So they pull some money together, get 200 pairs made, and then that same year in 2002, they go to the Fort Lauderdale Boat Show, set up a...
Ew, flip-floppy. Feel is yuck. I'd rather go barefoot. Oh, right, forgot those had modes. Well, people wear them one way or the other. They never mix them up.
Table and are literally at this boat show overhanding Crocs at people that are walking by, and then when they stop because they just got hit with a fucking shoe and they're like, why? The person's like, hey, just try them on. And they end up selling all 200 pairs in like a couple of hours. And from here, they're off to the races. It's all downhill from here. Crocs are like a plague. They're like vampires, okay? Because now those 200 people are gonna go home. They're gonna force all their buddies to try on these funky looking shoes, and everybody's gonna be like, oh my God, and then they're gonna go buy a pair too. And that's exactly what happens. In 2003, they sell 76,000 pairs, and then in 2004, they have so much money that they just buy out Foam Creations as a whole. Now they own the factory and they own the patent for the special foam Croslite, so nobody's ever going to be able to copy them. Which is a brilliant idea because Crocs are like the easiest shoes on the planet to make. It's literally an injection molded shoe. You just liquefy the resin, shoot it inside of the mold, wait 10 minutes, pull it out, ta-da, you've got a fucking Croc. Then in 2005, they rebrand and officially become Crocs. They named it that because crocodiles can be in both land and in sea, and they're super tough and they last forever. Then they launched their first big marketing campaign with the slogan, "Ugly is beautiful," which is absolutely perfect for Crocs. These guys are experienced entrepreneurs. They're 2 years into this. They're completely vertically integrated, and they know exactly what makes them successful. Okay, I know what you're thinking. Why is ugly is beautiful a genius idea, right? It's like saying hot is cold. You're saying two things that are objectively not the same thing are the same thing. How is that the key to success? Okay, let me lay this out for you. You see, Crocs are a lot like pugs.
I disagree. I think pugs are cuter. I guess my thing with it is this. I do like them better than flip-flops.
Pugs are a genetic abomination that would not exist on this planet if it were up to evolution and natural selection. But somehow, they're absolutely everywhere and they're thriving. And it comes down to the simple fact that they are so ugly.
Ew, those dogs are ugly. Okay, Kenny. Shocking, shocking. So are Chihuahua. Welcome back, Night. But there's a good chance that I will have to go again. Pugs, nice pan in the face, dog. Night, that food is hitting you, huh? This is my last video of the night. I'm donezo, but I'm gonna try and stick it out.
That the apex predator on the planet, human beings, look at them and go, haha, that shit's funny, I'm gonna keep one. In the same way that humans have taken a back.
Wait, what? Pugs, nice pain in the face, dog, not food, actually. Okay. You said you ate something that was upsetting your digestive system earlier. I thought maybe it hit. Sorry.
Into a pug. Scott, George, and Lyndon have taken Air Jordans and Timberlands and all the other cool footwear to ever exist and turned it into a Croc and said, look at this fucking abomination. Try.
You're comparing that to a Timberland boot? They're not my favorite boots anymore, I'll be honest. They got a little too... Only Tomas gets washroom issues around here. Usually only Tomas announces it.
Head on.
It's actually an upgrade. Upgrade, you say? Yes, sir. Oh. Don't mind if I do.
Okay, if you're not picking up what I'm putting down, I'm trying to explain to you that they finally unraveled how to market this to normal, everyday people, right? Because up until now, they're just marketing it as a boating shoe, but now they've figured out how to weasel their way into the common zeitgeist and get everybody to buy this shit. If you want to look sporty and cool, you buy Nike. If you want to look sporty and not cool, you buy Adidas or Skechers. If you want to look like a blue-collar guy, you buy yourself some work boots. If you want to look like a blue-collar guy but don't actually want to work, you buy yourself some Timberlands. And if you want to look like a blue-collar guy but only want to work like 6 hours a week at a coffee shop and then bitch about the patriarchy and social justice online the rest of the time, you buy yourself some Doc Martens, you know? A Nazi doctor in World.
I saw that coming a mile away. Well, not entirely unconnected, might be having trouble with my freezer. Oh no! Oh no! Good luck.
World War II, because nothing says social justice quite like that.
You're saying
yes.
Let's talk about fine.
Don't worry, I got more. If you could almost do a kickflip 20 years ago and now both your knees crack when you get out of bed, you probably wear Vans, and if it's fall and you want to send out the message...
I think he ate raw pork from Minecraft. Nope, that was me. Not going to be pleasant. Oh. I'd start cooking everything. Then you got a chance to save stuff in the fridge part if that hasn't gone. Is it a deep freeze? It's not my business.
That you're not like all the other girls. You probably wear Ugg boots, you know, like all the other girls.
I'm sorry, but the test was positive. You're a basic bitch.
And then if you want to let everybody know that you don't wear deodorant, you have a small collection of crystals, and you blame all your shitty character flaws on astrology, you probably wear Birkenstocks. There, is everybody offended? We're all equal now. Good, moving on.
Yeah, cooking some of it. The rest is getting moved to another freezer. Yep. That's what we always do. If a hurricane's coming that looks like it's going to knock out all the power, I start cooking everything. And then I start trying whenever possible to refreeze so that that stuff is turned into the ice packs itself. And that gives me, I can get up to a week that way. Missed Redbox, he mentioned astrology. I didn't see my favorite kind of boots, so I think I'm okay. You might have multiple freezers, right? Night how? You have multiple freezers, night how? A lot of people have a deep freezer and then the freezer that's with their fridge. So it depends, because you can save a lot of money by using the deep freeze.
And then finally, Crocs became a thing. Finally, a shoe that said to the entire world, my feet are comfy and I don't care what you think about me. And if you have a...
I mean, my deep freezer is broken, so I'm not using it, but I'm just saying typically that is a smart thing to do.
Problem with it, I will flip these bad boys into four-wheel drive and we can address the issue. It is quite literally the official footwear
Secondhand.
I don't give a fuck. This is...
Oh, you're going to love how I got mine. Somebody had been using it for hog that they'd hunted, and then they put some fish in and they didn't properly care for it, so it was stinky. So then they sold it super cheap for like 20% of the cost, even though it was only like a year and a half old. So I was literally taking all of our coffee grinds and putting it in. It took months, but I got all the smell out. I got it completely cleaned. You would have never known. It was like fresh from the store smelling. And I fixed that freezer again so many times. But eventually, after it was years and years old, probably 15 or so, and it was a cheap freezer to begin with, I'm not gonna lie, it all the pieces fell apart. I couldn't fix that. But up until that point, I fixed electrical stuff on it. I fixed all kinds of stuff. I fixed smells. I fixed stains. Yep. It finally died. Fresh from the store smelling is bad, though. Well, what I mean is fresh from the store after you get that new car smell out. How about that?
A bunch of cope because you wear Crocs. Buh! No, I don't. I don't wear Crocs. I actually had to go buy a pair of Crocs for this video, and I've yet to try them on. Why? Because I'm scared, to be completely honest with you. I treat Crocs the same way I treat cocaine. I avoid it because I'm concerned I'm going to like it too much. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to try them on. All right, here we go.
Here we go. That's not what sells it. You got to go walk around outside and stuff. They're not bad.
My wife's going to be pissed.
5 minutes later.
They're even comfier than I thought. I don't know how that's possible. You know what? Fuck it. I don't care. King Arthur couldn't
flip flops are better.
Sorry, we're completely unhinged at this point. We got to get back to the story. So 2025
finally died. I'm sorry.
Absolutely everybody, and if we pull up the stock chart, you can see it goes pretty fantastic. They become a full-blown fad. People absolutely love them. Because of that, they take the company public, and they end up raising $208 million, which is the highest IPO for a shoe company ever. They then use some of that money to double down on the quirky ugliness, and they buy...
I want to specify. There's different layers of flip-flops. Your basic foam flip-flop with a decent toe thingy, I can live with that. We call them thongs or whatever, that part of it, but the I don't know, but then we don't, because then yeah, okay, it can be something else. But anyway, the point being, then you've got the really nice bottom with a really nice secure top bit that connects to your toe. Those can be nice, but then you have those super cheap, super thin, like plastic, that have no grip, no nothing. They bite your toes like they're gonna cut them off like a vice grip. I don't like those at all. No, I don't. Because I can't walk in flip-flops. Thank you very much. I wear those. I have used Crocs. Still think flip-flops are better. I do too. Quiet, Kenny. Kenny needs to go outside and run around his house 5 times, but you know, he just won't obey. Whatever.
Out a company called Gibbets. Gibbets was a company making those little tiny plastic things that you can shove inside the hole of a Croc that shows off, like, I don't know, your favorite sports team or your favorite cartoon character, or a Croc, you know, in case you want somebody to look at your Croc wondering what type of shoes you like. So you
Yeah, they're kind of dumb to me, but whatever.
Guess who's back? Basically, they just allowed more customization. They could allow your particular flavor of ugly. And to be fair to Croc, I do respect the fact that they actually bought this company out, because I'm fairly confident there's no way this company had a patent on a chunk of
Nice
plastic
Croc, bro.
that
I
fits
call
inside
them
the
that
hole.
name
They
too,
probably
to
could've
be
just
clear.
started
Yeah, I know.
manufacturing it themselves, brought about the end of that company, but they paid them out.
I
like
don't
$10 to $20
normally,
million
but the
instead,
top
so
bit.
I respect that part. All right,
Oh
on
my
to
gosh.
2027.
Returning after seeing Crocs in 2027 because he meant to say 2007.
Buh! You didn't tell everybody how in 2006 the movie Idiocracy came out and everybody in that movie wore Crocs because they thought it was the dumbest shoe ever at the time. Buh! Yeah, obviously, because everybody already knows that, okay? But hey, now that we're here, why don't you just go ahead and tell everybody that in Lord of the Rings, when Aragorn kicked a helmet and screamed, that was a real scream because he actually broke his foot. And then we can all watch Django Unchained and you can stop the movie to tell everybody that Leonardo DiCaprio accidentally cut his hand on the dinner plate and acted the way through it anyways.
Did you know? Yes.
There, we're happy. We're all on the same page now. On to 2027. This is where they messed up absolutely everything.
I call him that name too, to be clear, saying high school had a fashion statement with these. Okay. I would be worried about the things you can do with high school fashion and these. I just remember the things we used to draw and write on our sneakers, and yeah. I would think that would be against school dress code. I would too, but who knows anymore. When it got so cold this winter, because it normally doesn't get that cold here, none of the kids have warm clothes enough, because our stores don't carry really warm clothes to deal with like below freezing weather for several days in a row. Usually they just wear layers. All the kids were at the school bus stops in like layers of blankets and quilts. And their parents were just sending them that way. So I should imagine that some Crocs were able to slip through. But as a regular, I would think it should be against dress code, but I bet it's not.
They took all the money and investments that they got after they bought Gibbets. They had a ton of money left over, so they started investing in not Crocs.
0% survival instinct.
Something that it wasn't and was never meant to be. They started trying to make normal shoes. They started trying to actually compete.
Yeah, that was weird.
Sandals against Birkenstock and making sneakers against Skechers, and it was a tremendous disaster. Okay, it happens every single time a company goes public. They get a bunch of investors and a bunch of MBAs that know how to do business, that have huge ideas, but have never actually.
I would argue it's quite a lot of survival instinct. Yeah, that's really dumb. High heel Crocs. Crocs, you can't wear them for people, I think. Yeah, whatever. I mean, the instinct was to have them be PE was probably not outside those days.
Done anything on their own, and they're like, you know what? We should go with my ideas of completely changing a perfectly successful company every fucking time this happens, okay? Do not do that. If you're successful at anything, not business, not this, not that, literally anything in life, if you're successful at it, keep doing whatever made you successful at it in the first place. You go home with the girl you took to prom. It's not that complicated. If it's not broke, don't fix it. But guess what? They tried to fix it. Then 2008, housing bubble pops, economic recession.
Beat up the bigger fish to steal their warm blanket? Aren't fish cold-blooded, Kenny? And I would think a blanket would be bad for their skin, but what do I know? Maybe they're using a rubber blanket. Oh, gosh. Okay. Let's keep going.
The stock price drops from like $70 a share all the way down to $1 a share. They are on the
No, like I'm thinking like those rubber sheets. You know, like they do for kids that wet the bed.
Verge of bankruptcy. And
Yeah.
guess how they fixed it? You're never going to guess how they fixed it. They quit making all the stupid other shoe designs and just kept making Crocs. They were doing the thing that made them successful in the first place. Shocking.
Wait a
Problem,
minute.
the fad that was
So Kenny has beaten up other fish to steal their warm blankets? Wow. I do think they could have expanded, but the correct way to do it is to make a sub company and only do it small time, dip their toe in basically. I think they should have stayed out of the rest. The whole idea was basic beach shoes. Once they left that behind, they were in trouble. It needed to be washable, it needed to be convenient, it wasn't about fashion. If they did anything, maybe take their basic shape and, you know, figure a way to make the clog a little more attractive. But taking the clog material and doing all these other weird shoes was kind of dumb. That said, I think I owned one of those pairs they flew by at one point that I got for like $1 at a clearance store, and they were comfortable, but they wore out really quick.
Crocs in the early 2000s had already died and they killed it. So now they just had to go back to marketing to like boating people, people in healthcare, highly specific customers that used Crocs because it
wasn't even called Two Needs Crocs action figure. Whoa! Whoa! Yeah, you know what? That would have been funny. Like, can you imagine if they started saying, you know how people get into those teeny tiny product things? Tomas on the multi-million-dollar idea, exactly. If they had sold different size Crocs for like your dolls and your army men and your action figures, that would have been hilarious. They could have even sold a Croc that a Hot Wheels car would fit in when it wasn't rolling around, and that could have fit snug in a kid's hand. I bet they would have loved that. But you're smarter than them, Tomas.
were working on their feet for long hours because they needed a shoe that they could just rinse off in the sink if it got dirty and call it good. And they just kept marketing to that small niche minority for years. Then going back to the stock chart, you see in 2012, they got a little bit of a bump. I can only assume that the first Crocs that they sold in 2002 had finally worn out and those people bought another pair of Crocs in 2012.
No, if you walk enough, you can wear those babies out.
As they just keep marketing to that small niche community. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. You can still make a ton of money selling to fishermen and healthcare people, and you just keep doing that forever.
And you know, I know people who are into Crocs and they have a closet full of them because they want a color with this and a color with that and a color with whatever. They care and they're like, well, it's not like $100 shoe.
And you got a perfectly good business.
It's expensive, but it's not that expensive. They could have gone the completely different, but not really route. Gone for beach stuff or gardening. Exactly. That would have been smart. Boating things.
All the people that were little kids during the first Croc boom, when they were 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years old, and their parents were buying.
Ooh, you know those gardening pads, those foam gardening pads they make? I bet if you had that specialty foam they have the rights to, and you made those gardening pads out of it so that you're kneeling on those, that would have been awesome. Yeah, the foam kneeling things, exactly. That would have been perfect. Yeah, your high school proves that. Yep. Yeah.
Them Crocs and sending them off to school because they were too lazy to tie their shoes. Guess what? Now they're the 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old teenagers that determine everything that's cool in the world. Okay, you sent them off to school in stupid-looking shoes, and they've literally turned around now at 18 years old and said, joke's on you, I'm into that shit. This is going to be popular. This is the greatest generational revenge that Gen Z is ever going to have. Are they ever going to be able to afford a house? Probably not. Are they ever going to have affordable health?
Who do you want to shoot? The fish that you steal their warm blankies from them? Or Crocs? Or the children who like Crocs? There's a lot of them going on here.
The capacity to make these stupid looking shoes cool, and that's exactly what they did, and I'm super proud of them. And guess what all of us are going to be wearing in the
Wait a minute. What are you going to shoot them with, Kenny? You said you don't believe in boom boom sticks. You said you don't like them at all. Just saying. Yes, Croc gun. I could see him with his little cork pop gun. Having it bounce off the Crocs as they go by.
When they're the ones taking care of us, we're gonna be wearing Crocs.
Hell yeah.
So if you don't like Crocs, you better get over it now because trust me, it's coming. There's only two types of people on the planet, people that hate Crocs and people that used to hate Crocs, and you're about to be the second one. Back to the business itself, though, Crocs said, okay, if Gen Z wants to make us cool, we're gonna help them out. Crocs quite literally just went, okay, what's popular? Popular people. Famous people. Okay, we're gonna start doing deals with famous people. Now you've got Post Malone Crocs, you've got Justin Bieber Crocs, you've got fucking Balenciaga high heel Crocs that are selling for $800 a pair and selling out.
Those are so dumb, but I will tell you what, that makes more sense than the other weird high heels they were doing. I can see somebody getting into these and wearing them. I can. I know somebody who would wear these if they had the money. $800 makes no sense to me, but if you can sell that for $800 and it's foam, my gosh, it's pure profit. It's pretty smart. Like, not gonna lie, I wouldn't pay for it, but I'd sell it. Does those even come with the multi-tool kit? I don't know, but look at this. So we got Phillips head screw heads and a hex screw head, and I don't know. At least they don't wear out. Pure stonks. Does it help floating if drowning? I don't know. That'd be cool if, like, you could pull out a wrench or something. I would buy that, but not for $800. If you could pull out tools, whip them out, that'd be so cool. From your shoe, like Inspector Gadget or something.
In the first couple of hours. You know what else is popular? Memes. We can do memes. Fucking cowboy boot Crocs with spurs.
That's hilarious.
What? Did anybody ask for cowboy boot Crocs? No. Does anybody want cowboy boot Crocs?
I kind of do.
No. Is there a market of people that if you put it in front of their face, they'll go, oh my God, it's so ugly. I will buy it for the sole reason of wearing it to a party to get belligerently drunk. Absolutely. So they
I wouldn't get drunk, but yeah.
They created another fad. Now, here's the thing. This is clearly a generational game, so we've got to...
I'd go wear it to an event with a family member who would be offended. It would be hilarious. Yo, the spinny thingy is sick. Does it even have power bank in there to charge my phone on the go? That'd be cool. That'd be cool, Kenny. See, you're thinking. Totally. What spinny thingy is sick? Probably...
set up the next generation for the future. We're going to sign a licensing deal with Disney, and then we're going to make...
Oh, I got you. I got you.
Okay, because now all the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-year-olds, they're not going to school and daycare.
You mean like cool? I got it now. I have seen thigh-high boot Crocs, and I am suddenly not sure it was just Photoshop. Oh, that...
Stupid plain colored Crocs. Oh no, now they're going to school in fucking Lightning McQueen Crocs, Shrek Crocs. My kid's going to school in Minecraft Crocs. And guess what? He thinks it's awesome. He thinks they're the coolest shoes on the planet, and so do all the other little kids his age.
I think a thigh-high boot would be super uncomfortable with Croc material. I'm just going there.
Teenagers right now think it's cool. The kids right now think it's cool, and everybody else left over is going to be forced into it the second they hit the retirement home. Crocs are going to take over the world as the only type of footwear.
World domination playlist.
You can already see it in the data.
Mr. Eggman.
Like $5 billion right now. They literally went from $1
I want to run them over.
$85 a share already. To put that into perspective, Nike's only $76.
Also, you would not be able to bend your knees. That's what I was thinking. They're too stiff to walk, but
way more as a company for now. But you know who's
like I wouldn't. But if you'd never met a lady who would sacrifice the ability to walk properly for fashion, I'm surprised. There are women who would do that. They care about how they look more than how they move.
Is the writing on the wall? Nike. That's why they're trying to rip off
What?
Crocs. Okay, I know what you're thinking. Don't worry. Hey Dude is going to save the day. They're basically just like Crocs, except they're nowhere near as ugly, right? They're Crocs, but for people that still care about what people think about them. Guess what? In 2022, Crocs bought out Hey Dude.
It can't be stopped.
You've all seen that meme where Blockbuster, the old movie rental place that went out of business.
You're saying the garter belts aren't comfortable at all, Kenny? Have you been wearing them? I do not know. I don't want to know. Do not answer that. Okay. I think I got where you're going with that, but Yes. You're a garter belt enjoyer. Awesome. Then maybe you need yourself a pair of thigh-high Crocs to go with that.
To buy Netflix for like $7 or some ridiculously cheap price back in the day, and they passed on it and it ended up putting them out of business. Crocs did not make that same mistake. And guess what? Because of that, one day in the not too distant future, your ass is gonna be sitting in an old folks home wearing motherfucking Crocs, explaining to the nurse that back in your day, Netflix used to mail the DVDs to you and streaming wasn't a thing. And they're gonna be like, okay, grandpa, take your meds. And the world is now run by Crocs.
I know.
I cannot believe how unhinged this got. I also am amazed at how comfy these Crocs are. I gotta go. Thanks for watching. Best way to support the channel is go buy some merch over at thefatelectrician.com. Quack bang, out.
Unhealth care provider. All right. I feel edumacated. Kind of Croc. Look up Oni Girl Crocs. We don't have to watch it. Is it Crocs or Crocs Review? Oh, gosh. Ew. What? Okay, I'm sorry. I cannot look at those toes. And what are... Why? Why? Okay, well, that's obviously not what I got. Only Girl. Is it a React VTuber React Crocs? Let's see if that's a little less disgusting. Oh! She reacts specifically to him. All right. Crocs are for people with feet fetish. Burn this whole generation. Ads. I will post a link on the Discord. I just accidentally canceled the ads. We could be in trouble. I'm thinking it's this, right? But I found, I mean, this is Oni Girl, right? This is Oni Chan, this is Oni Girl. No, that's Foofy. Onigiri is not Oni Girl. I thought he had standards. Might be YouTube is blocking it. I've seen her cooking before. It's not that I never watch other VTubers. I do sometimes. I do definitely sometimes, but there's a lot of options. And I also try not to step on other people's toes. That one, Eat Crocs one, might be spelling her name wrong. Went past it. Eat Crocs. That's a lie. I'm sure she loves stepping on purple hair. But it's Onigiri. This will help a lot. Oni onigiri desu. If it was head, she'd go past it 20 minutes ago, then see your message. Yeah. It really is trying to push. Oh my gosh. No. I mean, I can try to briefly go on. Yeah. Let's see what kind of music she's got.
And as you guys can see on my cutting board is a pair of baby Crocs. What we're going to do with it, you're just going to have to find out and see.
Flesh tuber. Ew. Yeah. I don't know how to cut it to cut him out. Yeah, I probably shouldn't. I don't know enough about her to know if that's a good idea or not. I've seen her, I think, cooking somewhere else. Hey, baby doll.
This little guy sat down, walked into my room.
Oh, Stephen, he played Guess That Asian.
Okay, I'll take it back outside.
Okay, bye, Suna.
Sorry about that. I thought that would be ugly for longer.
It's Astral. Yeah, too late night. All right, so let me see. I'll tell you what I will do.
You guys knew this one would be unhinged.
I'm not trying to get you to talk. What is it? Pepperbox. TV. I love that Brandon Herrera clip you popped in the Discord. I almost put it in myself. And I was like, is that too much? It's joking about dating, and most of these guys are guys, and I'm not a guy. I didn't know if I should go there. And then you put it there, so I was very happy. I don't see it, though. Like, why are you so hyped for Astral? Yeah, robot hype. He's gone. Yep. They did an escape room? That would be hilarious. Yeah, I know about the gummy bears being bulletproof. Oh, I misspelled Pepperbox. That would help a lot. Nobody said anything. Pepperbox, TV, unsubscribe. Brandon. Dating? Dating channel? That's wrong. Yeah, red flag for dating. That was hilarious. I'll do that one. You're hallucinating again, Kitty. She said night instead of Kitty again. Meow. Okay, on the one hand, you're like, wow, she actually looks at chat. On the other hand, you're like, as it quickly scrolled by her eyes, she glanced at it while reading multiple screens at the same time. Wrong. How dare she?
I think a great Pepperbox exclusive would just be you bringing potential suitors home for the first time. Because your house is the most aggressively single dude house I've ever been to.
It's gotten worse.
I love this one. Maybe you didn't mean again. Maybe you meant Asian.
Into his house, in his kitchen, enormous empty fridge. There's a RPG in the corner. There's some type.
It's a law.
There's
It's
some
a law
type,
rocket launcher.
There's. Some type of weird AK-47 on the counter that he just acquired with like the box just opened and it's sitting there like he opened it and went cool and then went and filmed a video or something.
That's what happened.
See, it's funny. I laugh every time.
Tables that's like this wide, about yay why, you know, just for like putting candles and shit on. And he's got like a nice decorative bowl that you like throw your keys in or whatever. There's a suppressed pistol in it, and that's it.
I mean, he's a single guy. It's not like he has to worry about, you know, some little kid running by and getting it or something.
Now, because I got a massive order from Ballistic Dummy Lab. It's just gel torsos and gel like head busts and shit like that.
Are we gonna talk about the living room? Are we gonna talk about your couch?
I love his couch idea. I've not exactly done that in the past, but way back in my single days, I might have had a similar idea. It's so comfy.
Sure.
Brandon's couch is like 8 folded up comforters and blankets in the shape of a couch in front of a massive TV, and there's nothing else in the living room.
When you take a girl on
Yeah, I don't think I had a TV though.
come back to your place and be so excited and then so disappointed.
That is so wild that you think she's actually going to come home with me after a...
It's like those little kitty couches made of foam.
full date. Counterpoint, women love interior decorating. Yeah, the blank canvas thing works, I think.
Yeah. He's just setting up a canvas.
I don't have any furniture. Yeah, I was looking for a wife. I figured she could just pick out whatever she likes when I find her.
Honestly, it's not a bad
Boom,
line.
now you're getting laid. You're welcome. I think a great Pepperbox exclusive would just...
There we go. I made everybody watch it night. You happy? I had to find it. Oh, this was hilarious. They finally went here. I saw the longer clip. And this is hilarious. I guess he finally has one where he didn't vomit. All right. Well, on that high note, it's probably about time to be finishing off. It's way past time to be finishing off. Wait, Whimsy, before you end, oh, we're doing this again. Ending stream, watch the one video, please. Which video? There's so many. You gotta give me something to go on. I know where you're going. Wait, Silk Song singing lady clip? Oh, gosh. I have people in this house that are arguing that that's spoilers, and other people who think it's hilarious. I'm not. I'm gonna upset people if I do that. What if some of these people want no spoilies? DMCA, yeah, that's probably a problem too. It's not spoilies. I haven't played any Silk Song. I probably won't though. Here. While I'm remembering, Fat Electrician. Which was the video you were interested in? So I have it up next time. No, it was Fat Files. Tiles. Golly, what is with my typing tonight? Holy crap. Having trouble with my grip. Oh, the single ply struggles is a really good one too. All right, where's... You wanted Hobby Lobby. It's not spoilers. Night, don't scare her. Sitting in a different spot. Well, I'm sorry.
My wife dragged me into a Hobby Lobby, and I was in that store for all of about...
Alright. So this is... I'll be able to remember it next time because I'll be able to find it. Ooh. 10 cryptids that turned out to actually exist. Yeah, I got sucked into that before. I'm not gonna... I've gotten wiggly because my back was hurting me a little bit and I keep shifting and moving. I'm not uncomfortable again. I may or may not have undone my braid while I was sitting here. I was just pushing my back out at a really weird angle. I found a funny video. Maybe you're sitting in different spots, so your arms are in different spots, so your hands are in different spots, and you are hitting the wrong buttons. Go past little girls beneath the sun. Lost. I'm ending, but you can tell me your funny video. What is it? I need at least a title. I can hook it up for next time at the very least. Okay. Are you sharing it in Discord? Mods ban him. Oh, I have no mods. I'm not all fancy schmancy like Artie and Hedge. Get it? No. He can only share in Discord since Saribot. Yep. Yes, it's in Discord. Okay. Let me see. Let's see if I can't get it to pop up. Discord is a little sketch when I'm in here. Chaos. Oh. Really? Lost, you've been in a place. All right, let's see. Screaming Scallop. Whoops. No, I know what's going on. I have, I know exactly what's going on. Screaming Scallop. All right, and then I want to say Fantastic Argo Man. That should get it. Boop. There is some way you can allow a person to post a link for a limited time. Yes, it's in the stream settings. I'm never in place. Don't worry. It's a thing she says when she can't explain. This? How much trouble am I going to get into for this? I don't know. Music gets me struck almost every time. How do you kill a widow? None. What is this? My hero. She can watch a clip of an old movie, but not a clip of a Silk song? Oh my gosh. Hold on, Kenny. Widow is a spider, or widow is married, but no longer due to death. Widow. Yeah, I was wondering the same thing. I know how I killed a black widow last time, but I don't think I should recommend it. Wait till it happens, you know? I really feel like that music's gonna get me in trouble.
Kill each other.
Any widow. Generic mysterious music. Yep. Oh my gosh.
Kill each other.
I wonder why he needed to be executed. No, that music will get me in trouble. Generic mysterious music. He's a good guy, by the way. Is this supposed to be a Common Writer parody? My fave Power Ranger. Here, we'll do it this way. Oh gosh. Why? Oh, I see. Alright, fine. Just for you. Let's see. Silk Song. I think you're gonna get me in trouble. Activate subs. What do you mean? I have subs. Watch him as he goes. Silk Song singing lady clip. I'm 99% certain I can't do that, but we'll see. Way in trouble. Hedgehog not here. This one? Or this one? This one?
You think the door will open if you sing to it?
Here.
Is that singing right here? Not this way. Maybe down here.
Yeah, I know. Apparently, my cat is trying to bite my foot. Goodbye, world. This one. Why in trouble, Hedgehog? They wanted to see, which only happens in AAA games. Whimsy, you're in trouble count unless it's licensed. Nice of you guys to be the experts, but it's my channel you're playing with, just for the record. Is this the singing lady clip?
Who the hell are you? You think the door will open if you sing to it? I hope that's how it worked, because that means I didn't have to do a big ass.
Whimsy is the most special. Don't worry, Twitch is mostly fine with it. Awesome. They give you way more leeway.
Don't tell me the
Yeah, but I put my VODs on YouTube Lost.
Look at you on the other side.
And I'm already in trouble for my last 2 React videos.
To me, to you singing. It's all me. It was not because you were singing, it was because of me. Oh my god.
I'm gonna have to.
Is that singing right here? Not this way.
Okay, and we're watching it because I lost no. Just don't post it on YouTube. Thanks. And that's lovely. Lost, yes. I'm not sure why we watched that, but thank you. That was really something. Just cut it down into multiple clips. I'm gonna cut something that's 52 seconds. No, sorry, 1 minute. No, 56 seconds long into several small clips. Anyway. Yes, play the music on stream before while playing the game. It shouldn't have an issue. We will see. We will see. I think it doesn't mind if you're playing the game. That's true. It's okay. You didn't watch the right one. Is this the right one? It does. It does mine. That's kind of cute. It doesn't matter if you play a game. Ina Ina. Wow. Okay, that was something. That was something. That's something. Cry in a corner lost. What? Did we do this, Kenny, to make Lost cry? Oh my gosh. Okay. That was something. Alrighty. End stream before they convince you to do something else. Yeah, no. I was gonna ask you, Knight, a question. I had told you before I would do a Gordon Ramsay Guga video if you wanted, but I did a different Guga video today because you weren't around at the beginning of that, and then you came in halfway through the gator. So is there a preference here for you to come in partway through? Kenny, you're not Knight, but you can request. I also have this handy dandy place in my, you can't see me motioning with my hands, in my Discord. You don't have to play anything. I know I don't have to play anything. I am bad. I think you're in a place. Look, YouTube's gone. Woohoo! Oh my gosh. Always lost the ugly from Kenny. Kenny, you are in a place. I'm average okay. I think Lost is a cutie pie. He's super sweet. He's always sweet with us. Let's see. The good, the bad, and the ugly, huh? Come on, Whimsy, keep up. So who's the good? No, this is Patrick. Can I be the bad? If you want to be the bad, you can be the bad. It's okay, Lost. No, I will never give you an award. All right, guys. This is something. This is something. What the heck? Fine. Come on, go away. There. No, I will never give you an award. I was having trouble with my thingy. I have more people now. Oh my gosh. Maple syrup on your grammar too, No, it's good on pancakes. Alright. Canadians are winning the culture war. What culture war are the Canadians winning? Grammar, not grammar. Grammar, Ah, touche, touche. Alright, I am chatting goodbye. I hope you guys have a lovely, lovely evening. I will see you tomorrow. Sleep now or you will be hit. Bye, Whimsical. Bye. Bye, Night. Bye, Tomas. Bye, Lost. Bye, Kenny. Bye, Gore. Bye. Be well. Everyone is good from Kenny. And bye, Kenny. I think I said goodbye to everybody. And bye, anybody I missed. Have a great night, everyone. God bless. Enjoy your night. Yes. I hope everybody rests well. Bye-bye.